Hi, Peter Jones, author, property investor, ex-chartered surveyor. And a question which I'm often asked is, what's going to happen to property prices? Well, I wish I knew, I wish I had a crystal ball. But there are certain things that we can look at within the economy which are going to give us a good indication about what's going to happen over the next few years. Now, of course, in classic economic terms, we often think that property prices are driven by supply and demand. And one of the arguments which you'll hear is we're a small island, we're not building enough houses, therefore prices have to go up. And there is some truth in that. But if that was the total truth, if that's all it depended upon, if you think about somewhere like India, for example, where there's 1 billion people, then that would imply that property prices would be like £1 million per property. And I'm sure it isn't the case. So there has to be more to it. And one of the things which I think is a big driver, which we often don't think about, is the availability of money. Because you can have demand, but if there's demand, which is like a want, that's not quite the same as being able to express that or turn that into the ability to purchase. We all want stuff, but we can't necessarily afford to buy it. So demand in itself isn't the main driver. It's the availability of cash behind the demand. Another thing to be looking out for, apart from whether the money is available, and we can spot that through interest rates. Are they going up? Are they going down? Are the banks lending? Is it easy to get a mortgage? That's going to drive property prices. Another thing to look at is rents. Because when rents go up, inevitably at some point you're going to find that property prices will go up as well. This video is only a very short video, so I can't go into all the sort of mechanics of it. But basically, prices, values, and rents are inextricably linked. So if rents start to go up, that will push the return on properties up, which means that at some point investors are going to think, well, actually I want to put my money into property, into that type of property, and they'll then bid the return down by pushing prices up. It's a complex thing. Actually, I could probably make a video which goes on for hours and hours about this, but this just gives you some ideas. So don't think just about supply and demand, although that's important. Think about some of the wider issues as well, which are equally important, but not always so obvious to see. Until next time, here's to successful property investing. And if you come over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, and click on Learning with Peter, you'll find all of the resources which I've created to help you to invest in property, including my home study course, the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, in which I'll take you through how I created my property portfolio and my passive income, starting with literally none of my own money, but building a portfolio of £2 million worth of property in 4 years. Why none of my own money? Because I'd just been made redundant, and like many people in their 30s, as I was at the time, I didn't have any savings to fall back on. In the Successful Property Investors Strategy Workshop, I'm going to take you through everything which I did right and everything which I did wrong. Everything I did right so that you can copy it and do the same, and everything that I did wrong so that you can learn from my mistakes and make sure that you don't do it too. And in that way, hopefully you'll be able to achieve far more than I did, and far more quickly, and without all the wasted time, the wasted money, and the sleepless nights which I had to endure. So come over to my website, www.thepropertyteacher.co.uk, click on Learning with Peter, and until next time, here's to successful property investing.